Welcome to a brand new edition of The Big C, your one-stop destination to demystify all the commodity, crypto and currency trades. I'm Manisha Gupta and on the show today, joining me now is CK Jain, who is the president of GEMA. Mr. Jain, hi, thank you so much for joining in. There is just so much to follow into the international market that seems to be impacting the Indian markets as well, whether it has been about the crude, the import bill, the Indian rupee, the sell-off in equity markets. How are you looking at all of that impacting the ethanol market as well? Well, world over, this is the conversations about alternate power resources, ethanol, biofuels, hydrogen, gas even are in conversation. How is GEMA in that sense looking at all of this?
Yeah, thank you for calling me here, Manisha ji. This is a geopolitical situation at the moment on which ethanol can play a vital role. You know, in India, feedstock is available, capacity is available, everything is available. Why can't we change some blending? Why we are stopping the blending at 20%? I fail to understand this. No, even the present crop of the vehicle, if say, for example, if it is a 10 years old, which are at least 50% of the total vehicle, they started with 5% blended petrol, and today they are using 20%. Have you seen that they have been junked out? They are still working the same. As I told you before also, there was no, yes, mileage gap is there, but can't we surrender some mileage for self-reliance or for the environment? Can't we surrender some 2-3%? This is a one thing. So this is a right time to increase the blending in the petrol so that we can save some more imports. At the same time, you see, only the petrol is not the one thing which should be taken as a very serious thing. There are many other things which crude oil, at the moment we are importing crude oil of 22 lakh crore rupees. Whereas what we have saved so far, 40,000 crore rupees. It needs to be hiked. Diesel replacement has to be seen. Hydrogen has to be seen. We have recently given a proposal to the government of India to make a study on cookware to replace the LPG. Not fully, but 20%, 15%, 25%. So ethanol can play a vital role in that. And as you understand, the ethanol is totally domestic. Totally domestic. Feedstock is domestic, technology is domestic, machinery is domestic, investors are domestic. It's totally domestic. Whatever we save from foreign exchange, it will go to the rural economy. That is for sure. All those things are required now. It's a right time to act upon it. That is why what GEMA is asking and GEMA is looking for it.
Mr. Jain, your point is well taken. And as you said, GEMA is making quite representations in that sense as well. Well, I have a question on that. You said, one, as of now, ethanol is blended with petrol at 20%, and that perhaps can go higher. There are issues, as you yourself said, with mileage and compatibility of many of these vehicles, etc. The second is about diesel, really, and there are some pilot projects onto that one. Where are we on that? And the third, you said that ethanol can be used for cooking versus LPG, but this is, again, in a very, very initial stages, would you say, and would take time. All the three of these options put forth, would you say, need to be worked upon and could take time?
Yes, sir. Yes, madam. Immediate requirement, immediately everything is available in ethanol. It should be increased by all means, at least 5 to 7% without, you can save another 10,000 crore or 15,000 crore rupees. But at the same time, you see, there is industry is also working, and government is also working on replacement of diesel by IBA, isobutanol alcohol. That is also a product from bioenergy like grain and all that. So we are working on it, but it is going to take time. We are also working on cookware, cook stoves. So it is going to take time. but immediate requirement, immediately we can do it, we can just jump on is ethanol blending. That is very fair, sir. Everything is going to take time. It is not that tomorrow it can. You see, it needs a study, it needs pilot plants, it needs a commercial plant. Then they will come into the market, which is a action plan or plan for 3 to 5 years.
Okay.
But what to do within that year? Do you feel that this geopolitical situation will finish in 10, 15, 20 days? No. I'm expecting entire 2027, we will buy Brent at 100 plus.
All right. That is not a very great price to look at.
This is my assumption. Well, I am not challenging. I'm not saying that is a confirmed thing, but I'm looking at it like this.
All right, Mr. Jain, even if we go to E20 and beyond that, and as you said that mileage for a second, if we leave that aside as well, would you say pricing is another part really? Because for what is paid for petrol and diesel, and then what is paid for ethanol, and then the blending of it, the overall pricing is something that the Indian investor is still awaiting in sense of a break even or a breakdown for that matter.
What our Indian consumer need, government is giving more than what is required. Ethanol is dependent upon the raw material, what we are going to pay to the farmers. So farmers has an eligible and legible share of it. 70% of the ethanol, what is produced, the cost of 70% is going to the farmer. You want to reduce that. You want to reduce the rural economy. So we have to take these calls. There's no problem. See, one side, energy resilience, self-reliance. Is that important? Right now, सब Hormuz Strait खुलेगी तो हमारा तेल आएगा. What is this? हमारे पास तो हमारे देश में और बढ़ सकती है. Crop का बढ़ने की और chance है. There is chance to increase the crop. ऐसा नहीं कि we are stopping here.
Mr. Jain, I understand that a lot of representations have been made by associations like yours to the government. What is it that you are hearing in sense of a feedback?
Government is busy in crisis management. We were quite hopeful in yesterday's meeting something will be happen about the blending, but it didn't come, or we don't know what press is saying or what happened. We don't know, but our expectations were very high. Something will come out of it, as far as to make it more self-reliant.
Mr. Jain,
what we have all word is how to manage the import, how to manage this. Polymer prices have gone double now. They are going to impact the domestic prices. Chemical prices have gone high because the import rate has gone significantly high. Uncertainty is there. Export is hampering. So we are at that situation.
So, Mr. Jain, my final question to you is, we are at E20 right now. What is it that you are putting out as a presentation to the government? Is it about E22, E25? What are we looking at?
Immediate to T27. You can run it. Your car was bought at 5% and it is running at 20%. Why can't it run at 27? Tell me one thing.
All right, Mr. Jain, thank you so much for joining in. This has been a great conversation. As you said, a lot of push coming in from the ethanol industry there on increasing the ethanol blending one. And of course, not just blending with petrol, but with diesel and with LPG for cooking purposes is what the association is pushing it at this point in time, with the crude prices, of course, nearly at 4-year highs.